So, hey guys, I'm back here with Paulo. As you can see, he's probably on a vacation because he's looking like really tempted today with his uh, strap. So, how's there in Italy today?
Yeah, everything's good. Definitely, not technically vacation, but I'm out of town for a month. So yeah, that's a different setup here. But we are back to discuss some Marvel Strike Force blog posts and rumors. So I'm pretty excited.
Yep.
Uh, you want to start us off? What are we talking about?
Okay, so let's start from the blog post that Fox Next Scopely posted on Wednesday, because I think that one was the one that we talked the most about last week. From everything that we were hearing and eager for, well, they, I think they nailed it. I think that post was really well done. It shows like just a little bit, not everything. So it gives me only more hype than ever.
Right. My first reaction when I read it was I was expecting it to be longer with more stuff in there, but everything that I read,
Mhm.
I liked.
Okay, so first, ISO 8. They say they are testing with 100 players. They gave some feedbacks, and it's better than the other iteration, the other version. I am like PMing Cerebro like 3 times a week. Say, hey man, can I get my hands on that, please? Or some photos, something, but I think I'm not gonna get it this time, unfortunately. But what are you thinking about ISO 8?
Well, ISO 8 has been something that has been very hotly discussed in the game, but there's a few things that I'm really excited about. I know a lot of people were just they heard the concept, they're like, well, the moment this comes, I'm quitting. But they've done not only one but two playtests for this feature, which is about two more than they've done for
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things in this game. So that's already a huge improvement. But they've made
Yep.
massive changes depending based on what people are saying. They've reduced RNG. Everything that people were saying and we're really concerned about. They seem to have done a lot of work to make sure this goes out as smooth as possible, and they didn't even rule out a third playtest. So to me, everything that I'm seeing is that this is like a bit of a passion project that they're determined to get right, and I think that's a really good sign. And from what I've seen, because I've only seen the little information that they've released for everyone, but I've seen that this looks
Mm-hmm.
very theorycraft friendly and I love stuff that helps you
Yes.
theorycraft in the game. So I'm personally pretty excited about it. Of course, I understand why a lot of people are a little more skeptical, but me personally, I'm quite excited and I have a pretty good feeling about it.
Yeah, my first intake, yes, we have a lot of complainers here also like, oh my God, I'm gonna quit because this is gonna be the worst. I have to farm more. Guys, the game has to improve,
Yep.
either by mechanic, new features, new campaigns, new gears, and they have to take a step further every time. Otherwise, we're gonna play the same game forever. And guess what? You're going to complain about that also. Like, oh, there's new features. There's nothing new to do. I done everything. Oh, this game is so boring right now. So pick your poison. Either you go with new features or don't complain about that and be glad that the game is working. So it's a choice. I prefer the ISO 8 now because it will make the game more friendly. Uh, because you can to craft your team the way that you want. Oh, you need more healing. Boom. Put the healer class. Oh, you need more defense. Put the barrier class. I need more damage. Put the skirmisher. So in that way, you can take a team that you're really in love and make it even better. So I got nothing but high hopes for ISO 8. And I the one thing that they right the first thing that I saw, I said, okay, they are on the right track. They didn't change the speed
Yes.
because this game is about speed. And if I got a Magneto like with only crystals about speed,
Yikes.
that would win the match already. So not messing with the speed, it's a home run right from the beginning.
Agreed.
They also talk about they are going to change something on the PvP. Uh,
Okay. That's
well,
true.
we have some things here on PvP, some mixed feelings. I love PvP. We are doing a new championship starting Monday and an alliance PvP starting on Thursday. So we really love it here in Brazil, but I noticed that some guys don't care about it. And they are saying that, okay, we will give you some kind of currency for that. So people are more willing to do it more often. We're gonna make a few changes so the the battle is more fun, more fluid. I like it already, but I must be honest. I don't play as much because I have to do arenas, blitzes, raids, alliance war. So when you put everything on the plate, that's my side dish or my dessert. When I'm not full, I go for it. Otherwise, so okay, maybe tomorrow.
Right. Personally, I love PvP. Back when it came out, I made a video saying like 10 things that they could do to turn it from like great to perfect. And one of the things that I did suggest at the time was actually I did two things. Give us like one of them was add an extra type of draft mode, making everything balanced. They brought that, and then one of the other ones was
Yeah,
do something where an extra version of PvP with some matchmaking that can be competitive, so you can get some rewards, but it doesn't mess with the casualness that's already there. So just adding another type, and it looks like they've done this too. So I'm never going to complain about them taking an idea that I've literally been on the record stating would be a great idea and doing something that
yeah,
exactly matches that. If you don't like the idea of competitive PvP, I don't see anything here that's basically saying you have to do this every day.
exactly,
It's whenever you're in the
exactly.
mood. It literally says that. So if you're in a day where you have nothing to do and you want to kill all your time you with this game, you can just hit match make play, match make play, match make play. Because I don't see that it's like a limited amount of battles. It's just like we're going to reward you for your time that you choose to do this. So to me, it looks like the exact perfect situation. If you want to keep grinding, if you're a free to play player that like with a smaller roster that's new and you want to get whatever these resources are, you can probably stockpile a lot of them if you just want to keep battling. But
Yep.
at the same point, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. So I think this is a complete win.
Yeah, they are not like enforcing you. Oh, guess what? Now Emma Frost to do it, we have to win 200 PvP battles. No, it's not like that. And one thing that they are saying in this post right here that I think it's a good starting point is that for the next version, we will not have to be only against your friends.
Right.
You can go in global chat and say, okay, let's go. And that will, for me, it's a win already because uh, they are giving some more love to the chat itself. The chat right now is kind of boring. To find players is awful. To filter the conversation is a mess.
Yeah.
So maybe with this, they're gonna fix that as well. They didn't say nothing here, but for me, it's kind of implicit. So they are
Yeah, I know originally
fixing this so they can use it.
sorry.
Sorry.
Go on. Carry on.
No. Go,
Okay.
go. I'm
I
finished.
know originally what they were saying was that they feel that that you can get the bare minimum conversation out in game chat, and there's plenty of enough ways to embellish it outside of the game that it wasn't a high priority for them to fix chat. Obviously, yes, chat is
Yeah.
absolutely horrible in this game. Like it's just bad. There's nothing good about it. Yeah, it's just bad. So obviously, I'd be
I don't know.
very
I don't
happy
know.
with
I
them
don't know
fixing it,
how.
but I don't know how high
I
on their
don't know how
priorities it
is
is.
your global chat. I don't know how is your global chat. My global chat is only like people cursing each other, trash talking. So it's okay. I never go there. It's like the toxic place ever to be for me is the chat because I don't see any good comments there. None whatsoever. So
Yeah.
no.
Global for me
Okay.
is just like, hey, anyone want to join my alliance? And 30 people making fun of the person trying to recruit. So yeah, not exactly a fun place to be, anyways.
Then they go to the best part ever, the Dark Dimension 4. In the beginning of the year, I released a video when they say about Dark Dimension 3, and people say, "Oh my God, Doom is coming." So no, if you think about the game, the way they are doing was Dark Dimension 1, you're getting the gears to Dark Dimension 2, Dark Dimension 2, Ultron, Dark Dimension 3. Well, maybe it's going to be a preparation for the gear that you will need for Dark Dimension 4. And then, for me, you will have the new character. Maybe it's Doom, maybe it's not. And I'm glad to say that I was right. But at the same time, that gives me a worry that said, okay, there will be a Dark Dimension 5, and also there will be a Dark Dimension 6 eventually in some time.
Oh yes.
And I'm kind of afraid of what these guys are planning up ahead. But for me, Dark Dimension 4, Doom, best news of the week. It's
Yeah.
I love this guy. I really love this guy. This guy is amazing. Oh, wrong way. He's over here. Over here.
There you go. That helped.
Yeah, thank you. Ah, okay, and I will just quickly say why I love Doom so much. First, best villain ever. He's not the evil, real evil guy. He's a dictator. He got his country. He's protecting his people. Yes, he got a firm hand. Uh, but he always got some scheme going on. He's always playing 4D chess with the heroes
Right.
to get benefits along the way. And well, if you take the story in the game, the story arc, he helped us a lot to imprison to send Ultimus to a pocket dimension. But now the multiverse is open for him,
Yep.
so he can rule everything. And the only thing that I want from him on as his ultimate is Doombots. Doombots like a mixed match between what you can get from Sinister and what you can get from Ultron. So he got he summoned the moon, the Doombots, and the Doombots have the same powers that he has, the exact same powers, but of course with uh, a minor scale, like half of the power, one quarter, something like that. But the fun part is, as you as you summon Doombots, the Doombots can summon also another Doombots. So it will be like a full screen of Doombots, just ruling and doing magic because he also do some kind of magic, but tech. So oh my God, Doom is gonna be crazy. I cannot wait to see what they're planning from him. And you, what's your first intake on Doom?
Oh, I'm excited. I will admit I was straight up wrong with pretty much everything about Dark Dimension 3 and Dark Dimension 4. The one thing that I was right about was the moment that they changed it from Enter the Darkness, Fear the Darkness, Dread the Darkness to Dark Dimension 1, Dark Dimension 2, Dark Dimension 3, it became quite apparent to me
Hmm.
that this is going to be their new version of making endgame content for people. That at the moment that it starts
Yes.
getting caught up, they'll just make the next iteration. It's quicker and easier than making raids, and it gets people really excited, and it gets them a lot of money. So I don't think we're ever going to stop with the Dark Dimensions, and I don't think that's necessarily a
Hmm.
bad thing. But I predicted that well, I thought originally Dark Dimension 3 was going to be Mr. Sinister's spot, but it wasn't. Then I'm like, okay, they're giving us 5 Red Star Ultimus in Dark Dimension 4. I think in Dark Dimension 3 we get 5 Red Star Ultimus. Dark Dimension 4 we might get 5 Red Star Ultron. Yeah, that's not happening. Maybe that's Dark. And then I was thinking we'd be getting like someone like Doctor Doom, someone big like that for Dark Dimension 5. But it does make sense. Gearish character. So maybe Dark Dimension 5 Red Stars for Ultron? I don't really know.
Yeah.
But
Definitely. Because Cerebro told in a post this week something like, "Oh, yes, you will get Ultron with red stars, but not so soon."
right.
So you are on the right track.
And then
I didn't thought about that, but yes,
yeah.
that would be amazing.
And Dark Dimension 6
It
possibly
would-
another character. Dark Dimension 7 Red Stars for Doom.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yes, Doom will not have red stars.
Yeah, probably not. One part we've definitely not mentioned about this, that's probably just a quick important thing to mention. Gear Tier 15 is coming with this, which also means level 80 is coming with this.
Yep, exactly.
So,
And
massive
that also
improvements.
means Start Tech 90, and the numbers will only increase for everything. So maybe also ability. But the only thing for me that is kind of weird is right now with T4s.
yeah,
That also means that we will eventually get a T5.
theoretically.
But how will they improve that? Because every character now has 4 powers.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll have like a better version of 1 power, or you get an extra power for the character.
I think it's just going to be the way that it went from T3 to T4, where they improve the abilities. The issue that I have is there's some that it's like, for instance, someone like Miss Marvel's passive, where the upgrades is just the percentage of times that it happens. And then when you get to the T4, it's 100% of the time. So you can't do 120% of the time unless it's like Tier 5 ability is what? 1 to 2 assists?
Oh, that would be crazy. Or do the same thing plus 100% of damage to the assist itself. Like every time she assists, it's like an extra damage.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Fortunately, I think that's still a fair ways away. But yeah, Tier 15 coming, super important. Level 80 coming, because you need that for Tier 15, super important. Another great important part, we know that people are still working on getting into DD3. I know a lot of people are already in there, but there are still people still working on it. But they're making Gear Tier 14 gear more accessible, so those superior mini uniques, they're going to be more accessible in a new story campaign. So another story campaign coming, super helpful, and I'm excited for that because I'm just waiting on a couple of marrow extract for my Carnage to get him also to Tier 14. But if we can't get to Tier 14, we can't get to Tier 15. And I'm assuming they're going to have some really specific requirements beyond just Tier 15 like they did with Dark Dimension 3. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and they posted yesterday, I don't know if you noticed, on the Blitz store, they also put it like extra gear for the purple and the extra gear for the orange one. So I think now with the new 2 campaigns arc they're going to release, and yes, we can wait for Heroes 8, Villains 8, Nexus 8, that will come.
Yeah.
Good thing is this will leave open spots for the characters that we want to farm. But I don't think that they're gonna give us like the mini uniques, specifically the ones that we want. I think they are gonna get like they do today, like the ABCs plus some minor parts that is hard to get, but not as hard as the Carnage part, the Hela part, those damn uniques that come only once every moon cycle. They just go, oh my god, again, I have to keep spamming the refresh to find it, try to find it. But it's always good. New campaigns, new ways to farm gear, new ways to farm characters. For me, it's always a win. And the better way is doing this. They don't have to take anyone out.
Right.
So yes, you were yesterday. You could farm Falcon. Now you can't anymore. Sorry, you have to eventually try to find him on the orbs. No, this way Falcon's there, and Proxima Midnight will be on Villains 8.6, something like that, and who knows.
Yep.
They also tricking up the challenge tiers. They put in an extra 2 challenges level. That is also good because that means extra money, extra gear,
Yeah.
extra training sets, extra everything.
Yep.
So
Stars.
that's also a huge improvement.
Yep. The question is, how hard are some of these going to be? Because I have 3 stars on all of the challenge tiers, but some of them took me a fair amount of time to actually get done. Like, I think I just finished one about a week and a half ago, even though I probably could have finished it a little earlier, but I just figured out how to do it. So I know a lot of people that are pretty far in the game that haven't even beaten the ones we have. Obviously, it's good to add more, but I'm just curious. The first one, okay, sure, I can probably deal with the first ones, but those second ones, that's where the tier 15 level 80 is going to come in, because I don't think my roster is going to be handling two challenge tiers higher anytime soon.
That's where the ISO will come to save us
Right
now.
ISO 8.
And of course, level 80. So if you are level 80 with ISO 8 and maybe tier 15, one character on the 5 guys, that will help you maybe do the last one. And of course, we'll have a lot of guides and guys teaching us how to do it. So, okay, this is how you have to do.
Yeah.
It's not 100% chance, but
Yeah.
you will eventually get there. Like I said, right? My Gold Rush, I got it 2 stars like last week also. I'm not using autoplay yet, like auto win, but I'm inside the match. I'm doing autoplay.
Right.
I just put in autoplay there, and eventually they are winning 1 star. But who cares? I got 2 already. So, but I didn't get the 3rd one yet, mainly because my defenders are level 70. And I'm not getting there any way higher right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm farming new guys. So
for that one,
I prefer just go leave it autoplay and done with that.
For that one, I definitely didn't use my defenders. My defenders are like 110k power. I used hero brawlers and some Spider-Verse characters and Ghost Rider. Basically, Miss Marvel, 3 Spider-Verse, like this Spidey brawlers, if you want to call them that, and then Ghost Rider or Punisher as the 5th. And it was pretty easy for me with that. The big difference was Symbiote Spidey. So if you got that, perhaps give that a try.
Oh no, yeah. The way that I did it was the 3 spiders.
Yeah.
But my Ghost Rider, he's like 38 or 40k only.
It might do it.
And then was Miss Marvel. I tried with Miss Marvel, and then I tried with Miles also. So I don't know.
Well, by the way, new things coming.
Yeah, it's good. It's always new things. Always good for me. Next thing they are saying about also is the Greek raids, that they are doing the same thing that they did with Ultima 6 and 7. Again, huge win because people are getting a little bit tired of playing raids 3 and 4 the way that it is right now. So they don't have to release raids 5. They only have to deal with the difficulty level a little bit.
Right.
And that's a huge win. I think they test that with Ultimas. They saw that the community enjoy it. So it's okay, instead of releasing Greek 5, let's do it this way again. So yeah, this will save us time, money, effort.
Yep.
Great, let's do it.
Only thing I've got, there's one thing that a lot of people were not huge fans of about the Ultima 7 raid difficulty selector. For Ultima 6, you only need to get 60% to move up. Ultima 7, you need 100%. But the base difficulty is lower than we had before. And there's a lot of people that were getting roughly 60% on the original Ultima 7, but they can't 100% the new normal difficulty because the final boss node is significantly harder than the rest. So all I'm saying is, I really hope they don't make it so that you end up having to do an easier Greek raid than you were already doing before, because I know a lot of people would not be particularly happy about that.
We got like some kind of alliance wars here, but real alliance wars here in Brazil. The top 5 alliances, they are always competing to see who got Ultima's 7.5 quicker in the week. So it's fun to watch from way far away. Like, just let them fight, let them pick for the spot. I'm just here with my popcorn, watching the show. And then they do some minor improvements. They're saying that they are gonna fix the audio. Good.
Sure.
The only thing that I want from the audio is that I need voices. I want character voices. I want to hear Luke Cage. I want to hear Ghost Rider. I want to hear like Ultron with the metallic voice. If they want to fix something, for me, fix that. I'm tired of hearing grunts every time. So for me, that's a thing. Oh, and change the music also. Like, at least 2 more musics, because the same music over again, for me right now, the game is all muted. Everything. Like, no sounds, no music, nothing.
Yeah, I play muted all the time unless the game randomly decides to turn on the audio without telling me. Mostly because I'm usually out and about and I'm busy when I'm playing. So just definitely I don't want the audio on that. And for some reason, the audio is almost impossible to record at a decent level. It just makes everything a mess. So when I'm recording, I don't use it either. So I haven't had audio on in over a year, other than the recent bug where it kept randomly turning on. So to me, this is, sure, fix the audio. I mean, I think that's a good idea. I don't know what's wrong with it, but go ahead. I haven't heard it, but yeah, fix that.
They also say about the Blitz, they didn't specify what they are going to change it. They only say that, well, you're gonna get less refreshments on the 24-hour period, but that could be 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, back again to 6 hours. Who knows? For me, it's a win already. For me, the perfect spot would be 4 again. Perfect spot, 4 hours. Every 4 hours, you can go and do Blitz. But any change is good.
Agreed, 100%. Any change is good. I read this a little differently. I don't think I've heard anyone else that's read it this way. But to me, it doesn't state that they are reducing the cooldown for how long it is until the Blitz. They said we're limiting the number of free refreshes. So what I'm thinking they're planning on doing here is, instead of saying that it refreshes every 2 hours, they're going to say you get 8 free uses of each character. Use it whenever you want in a 24-hour period. Or whatever number they choose. And that way you can do it all at once. You can do it whenever you want. It's not as tied into a specific time. Personally, if that's what they're going to do, I am super okay with that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I like the way that you read it, because it's better. I don't have to. I don't have to wait. I just go on a Blitz rotation. I just spam my characters until 8 point something.
Yeah.
And I'm done for the day with Blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Plus, I could use all my less valuable teams back to back at the beginning, because I know you only use them a few times, and then some of the times you're not going to use that team in your later rotations because they're going to lose. So, team like, well, I don't know, Hand. I could use Hand, whatever the number is, right away to start my rotation and get some points, and not have to worry about them dealing with harder tiers. If they do that, I think it's a great idea. Then you don't necessarily have to go perfectly by power level. you can just go, and then when you get to the highest tier, throw your Black Order out there, your X-Men out there, and just hit that repetitively on auto, and that's the way you can build up the points. Personally, I think that's a
Yeah,
great way of doing it, but I
that would
don't
be
know if that's what they're
that
thinking.
would be crazy. That would be crazy good. That would be crazy good.
Yeah.
They also say that they're going to revise the way that the points calculation are done.
Sure.
Uh, I I noticed that for this second income of X23, a lot of guys are complaining that only the top 200 will get shards. But I think for the last character was also the same thing.
Is it only
Not X.
top 2,000? I honestly haven't paid enough attention. I was almost certain it was top 2%, but is it only top 2,000?
I think so. At least that's what people are complaining on the chat.
Well,
But
I better get blitzing a little harder then, because I was not
uh,
aiming for that.
they say also about the squad select screen that's gonna be more user friendly, and you will get a better way to sort into the characters. And I don't know what they're going to do, but
Yeah, from what I can tell, like, you know how you
any
can,
improvement is good.
yeah, any improvement's good, but it seems to me like that little button they have on your roster screen when you go to your actual roster and you click, and then you can go scroll down and then click Guardians, and it sorts it by Guardians. I think they're adding that
Uh-huh.
button to all of the other game modes. So PvP, if you really want to find a Guardian, you can just go sort by Guardians. If you're in Arena or Raids and you don't have a team saved, you can just go sort by the team that you need to find the characters. Personally, when they were talking about save squads, I said the only thing that they really need to add is like a roster sorter in the actual mode. Obviously, save squads is amazing, and I'm super happy about it. And the ability to press one button to go to the next one, wonderful. But this,
Hmm.
it's pretty great. If it's what I think it is, like you can actually just sort your roster during like the other game modes, perfect.
Yeah, man, you are like on a hit streak. From the last one, you got a lot of right things. So maybe you are secretly an employer of Fox Next Scopely, and we don't know about it, or you are like a sightseer, not sightseer. Sorry. Yeah, you are seeing the future. You get what I
I
mean.
know what you're going for.
Uh,
Well,
yeah, and the last thing they're saying is about Wolverine. Wolverine is getting out. Since when you got 7 stars, he's out,
yeah,
he's done, and you get something else.
perfect.
And that for me gives room to two things. Either they're gonna give you some kind of credit
Yeah,
or a new character.
right.
If it's credit, if it is not gold, I'm good. But if it is gold, that at least be something like 100k, 50k, 100k, some great value. Not like, oh, great, you complete everything. Here, 5k gold.
Here's
It's
10
enough.
gold.
Come
Enjoy
on.
your day.
Yeah, for 5k, give me back Wolverine. At least I can use his shards on Ultimus.
Right.
But it's something else. Like, oh, it's shards like for silver stars.
Yeah.
Great. But I think the way that I think they're going to do it is by putting Spider-Man there.
Okay.
Because Spider-Man is the first character that you get in the game. He's iconic. Everybody loves him. He's got uh, a lot of movies, series, cartoons, everything. Everybody knows him.
Oh,
And it is kind of the same thing with Wolverine. So they are the major two characters, and then there is Deadpool. So if you take off Wolverine, that will leave an open spot for Spidey to come swinging in, and so now you get some extra charge of Spider-Man. But that will also cascade to another problem. And if you have also 7 stars from him, then what?
yeah. The way I'm reading this, well, first off, people have been asking about taking Wolverine out of the daily objectives. I'm like, it's never going to happen until they have a way to identify who has 7 stars or not, because they can't take it away. just in general, because there's a lot of people that don't have a 7-star Wolverine. So they're going to have to keep it until people, until you have that. And they're not going to just remove it randomly. So they're going to have to figure out a way to identify who gets it removed. And apparently they now have this option because, like I said, they have to identify who has 7 stars, and they say they will. And if you do, then you get a different type of resource. The important part that I'm reading here is that we will instead reward a different type of resource. And it's also the word resource and different type. To me, it sounds like it's definitely not another character shard. And I think they kind of learned not to do a character shard because, again, they eventually get to 7 stars and then what? But a different type of resource, I think it's something that we don't have in the game yet, just by the phrase different type. If they knew it was going to be something like gold, they could have probably given us a little bit better idea. But this sounds like they're trying to be a little ambiguous on what it is. So yeah, perhaps it is ISO 8 because it is a different type of resource. Maybe it's ISO 8 energy or who knows. But I think it's something that's not in the game yet, and that's why they're not saying. Not that they have no idea what it's going to be, because if they're willing to like debut, hey, look, this is going to happen, and it's going to give you something else, they probably have an idea of what they're thinking. They're not just going to say, sure, we're going to get rid of it with no plan. That's a little too much for them to do. So yeah, I think ISO 8's a fair bet.
So your overall intake of this post from
wonderful
what we had before that,
yeah,
and now after that.
Again, I was for some reason I had it in my mind that this post was going to be significantly longer than it was. I feel like the first roadmap that they did was a little longer, but everything I read I liked. There's nothing that I'm like, oh man, why are they doing this? There was one line at one point that I had to read a couple times to kind of be like, okay, I'm fine with this. But overall, I liked everything I read. I just expected it to be longer. And the biggest thing that I really like is that they're being more open than they've ever been. 2 straight roadmaps, that's wonderful. We've been asking for roadmaps for literally years, and now they've come through twice. It looks like it's going to be a consistent thing where they're going to keep giving us ideas of what's coming. Not everything, but actually a bit of information, and
hints.
More communication is always
hints.
better.
Sure, I agree with that. I think that they are doing the right way, just teasing us with whatever they're going to do, and they are taking the feedback from Reddit, for Facebook to see what people are saying about. So they'll give you an extra result. People say, oh, please don't do it. Like spamming messages, like please don't. That's okay. Maybe we should try to make it a different way. Or people said, oh, we're going to do an audio fix. And people say, instead of that, fix the background. That's okay. Yeah, maybe people want to see that more. So, but I like it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. They are doing the right way, like doing roadmaps twice a year. And that lead me to think that maybe at the end of the year, either they're going to do a recap, or eventually, right on the turning point, like the last week of December, they're going to say, oh, and this is what we are doing for next year.
Yeah.
So brace yourself, and boom.
Or both.
Yeah, or both. So
you actually just said
moving
something
to
that
sorry.
No problem. You just said something that actually prompted something that I've recently learned about them taking feedback. These especially the community managers, have been doing a lot of feedback relaying, more than I even realized. I just found out that the community managers, or at least one of them, is subscribed to pretty much every single content creator for this game on YouTube, and even pop into some streams occasionally on Twitch, but usually more so on the YouTube end. They don't really comment much, they don't watch everything, but they do watch bits and parts of a lot of different videos, depending on what it is. They don't watch as much about the guides necessarily, but a lot of feedback and stuff, they definitely do check it out, and they're subscribed to the content creators of this game, and not just the big ones. So I think that's something that's really cool for people to know, is they're doing what they can to listen and relay information. So That's always a huge plus. So huge shout out to the community managers.
Good to know that, because I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
I
just found
didn't
this
know
out
that. Now
myself.
I'm going to try to figure out. I got to figure out who is the guy that is inscribed in my channel. That is the community manager, because I know everybody that's been there. I know them. It's okay.
I
Huh.
know that I can say I do know that there one is subscribed to me, and I was shocked when I heard this, but super excited. So yeah, one of the community managers even subscribes
Nice,
to
man.
my channel. If you're watching this, you may be watching this video, so shout out to you. All right, sorry, we can carry on now.
And then no, it's okay, man. That's really a good info. I didn't know that. So now there is Friday. Oh my God, Friday.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I think that wraps it up,
I
right?
just told you. Yeah, I just told you guys that I love Dr. Octavius. Sorry, Dr. Jung, because he's a really smart guy and play 4D chess. This is the other guy that also does that.
Yeah.
This is the guy. So yes, Dr. Octopus is coming. He looks like he have a really freaking good mechanic
Yep.
that's gonna be bunkers. And yes, we will need 5X Force members to unlock him. But I was hearing and listening to some guys, not say who, and they say, okay, yes, we know that right now it's kind of difficult to get X-Force, but don't worry, we're gonna fix that. So maybe by the time that Dr. Octavius is gonna be legendary, it's easier to get X-Force.
It just makes
Just
sense at this point. Every single legendary, other than Black Bolt, which I'm still very upset about one thing they did about Black Bolt, which I'll explain in a second. But every single legendary, Magneto technically also falls in the kind of Black Bolt category, where they released these. But Magneto, they gave you a heads up. Okay, so let me explain. Every single legendary, they've actually given you a path to it. With enough heads up where you have a feasible way to do it. The reason why I say Black Bolt is the only one that doesn't is they announced that it was Asgardians
Hela.
after the Hela Blitz. It's not just that it was a Blitz release only, but they didn't tell us until after the Hela Blitz that Hela was necessary for it. With Magneto, they at least said, hey, this one's only going to be in this Blitz, and then you're not going to have a chance. So if you really wanted to do it, you could have blitzed until you fell over and died if you wanted to unlock Magneto. Black Bolt, you didn't have that chance. Here, technically they started it in the middle of an X-23 blitz, but they have time to still let us know. They didn't give us any information about how they're going to be made farmable, but they're going to have to do something with the rest of the characters. And because this is after the blitzes, I don't think that it's a fair thing for them to just say, yeah, X-23 is only in blitz, you have no other chance of getting her. I think they have to give something, just in their history. Technically, we do have this X-23 blitz, but we're in the middle of it when they announce it. I don't think that's a fair enough warning. So we'll see.
Yeah, and there's also the other guys.
Yeah.
Like Domino.
Yeah.
Okay. The only two that you right now can farm and get like really easy 5 stars, Cable and Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The other 3, either you did or didn't do the event. So if a new guy starts today, he can get Cable, he can get Deadpool. He will not have Domino, and for sure also he will not get Negasonic. So it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But I trusted them that they will have some kind of way to do it, to fix that.
Absolutely.
But the most important part for me is on the video. And just a funny, quick story about this video. Just as I was saying, some guy sent me this video on my private WhatsApp, and I said, okay, that's a scoop. I will not complain. I will not even ask who the guy is. I just take the link and use it. And I sent message to Paulo, to Tana, and to Wolftor, saying, guys, look at this, look at this. It's a scoop. Go, 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 go. But then I moved to the Fox Next blog, and I said, oh shit, it's the same one. But I was talking to Paul already, so I was like, okay, he saw it already. But then I have to ask forgiveness to Tana and to Wolftor. So sorry, man. I thought there was like some really secret thing because it wasn't listed. Never mind. But we we were laughing because of that, because of my eager to deliver some new things. But this video for me is crazy
Yeah.
because I want to see it if you read the same way that I read it.
Okay.
Play it. Let's see it.
All right, play it.
Let
All right, I'll play it.
me.
Well, I'll try to play it.
It's only 9 seconds, so it's fine.
Well, we'll try to play it, see if it decides to play.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What are you referring to?
Two things. One, for me, when Dr. Ock released this ultimate, he's not giving buffs to the Sinister Six. For me, it's kind of some mechanic of drain. He's taking out energy or life from the other four to summon a buffed version of the six member. Because if you check, they are giving like a back movement, like, oh, they're suffering. It's not like the normal thing that when you got buffer. It's like they are being hit.
Okay.
So for me, yes, maybe he will give some buffer, like, okay, everybody will get immortality 1, but we'll take away 1/4 of your life. But the last member, look at Shocker.
Yeah.
He's glowing. He's completely different from the normal Shocker. If you check,
Yeah.
he's like really, really, really glowing, like he's buffed, like a better version of Shocker.
Let's see. I'm just trying to pause that here.
Yeah, exactly. See,
Yeah, he was definitely pretty shiny
he's-
there.
yeah, and if you check, when the glowing sphere pops, it's like a heat wave hitting everybody,
Yeah.
and everybody's going backwards. So for me, if the mechanic is that, I will find really, really fun. You take life from everybody else to summon a buffed version of the missing member, the Sinisters, the last one. And that will give you so much new ways to play with them.
Yeah.
Of course, we got like, that all depends of the stats itself. But imagine that is 1.5 times the normal stat, or the normal damage, the normal speed, whatever. I'm glad with that, because my Rhino will be like really, really cruel when he do the stomp.
Right. I'm not sure how I'm reading it. He's definitely shiny, but perhaps if the clip played out, he would stop shining, is the thing, because it's such a short clip. I don't really know what's happening. All I know is we're getting an extra one. I would assume that whatever stats the extra character has is more dependent on Doc Ock than whatever character you have.
Red Star stuff.
So I would think the red stars, the actual star levels, is going to be the way that Mr. Sinister's clone works, based on Doc Ock, personally.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think the same thing.
What I'm thinking is, if you get this, you can pick one Sinister Six member that you don't have built up, and you just leave them off, and you'll get a buffed one with Doc Ock. Or if you have them all buffed, pick whoever you want to have the absolute strongest and leave them off if you have a really big Doc Ock. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. I think there's a lot of different possibilities depending on how fast Doc Ock is and what turn order you want to have happen, because, for instance, do you want to leave Green Goblin off because Green Goblin might have a lot of use on, let's say, the symbiotes, but then you might, if Doc Ock is slow, you're going to miss a whole bunch of times of getting Green Goblin's passive to proc. So I like that it's enough of a mystery that we're going to have stuff to talk about for a while.
Yeah, and I love the way that we talk about this and it happened.
Yep. Which does remind me.
It would be great if someone the 6-1. Boom, the 6-1 is here.
Yep.
So.
Which does remind me a bit of a disclaimer from last week. Last week I had a disclaimer that said there is something that says X-Force will be needed for something, and there's something that says Doc Ock is coming to the game and is likely a legendary, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be the same. They were the same. It was highly likely. I just wanted to cover myself in case it wasn't, because it didn't technically state it. But now they've stated it. X-Force is needed. You guys are right.
Yeah. They also say about new blitzes this week. It's going to be War Machine and then Beast.
All right. Go on.
War Machine, for me, it's fine. For new characters, for new players, it's a really good character to have it. To build up your power armor, it's a great way to do it. He's kind in the need of a small rework, but I'm fine with him the way that he is right now. But Beast, oh my god, yeah. We're gonna have another crazy 4 days of blitzing just to get Beast.
Yeah.
But did you buy it, or are you waiting for him?
I'll be blitzing for him. I don't routinely buy offers. If I do, it's usually someone was generous enough on stream to donate it, and I haven't been able to stream, so definitely haven't gotten the random donations, which, again, I'm not expecting at any point, but yeah. No, I haven't bought him, so I'll be blitzing for him. Quick question. What is your reaction to the character in the game? What do you think of Beast?
I like the way that he works, and the way that makes you think about the team that you're going to use, the X-Men that you are going to take out. Because I have in my mind now 2 X-Men teams. The Arena team, that is Storm is out, and the Ray team, that Wolverine is out. So Beast can enter. The heal, I'm glad with it. The damage, well, he's not there to put damage, so I don't care. But the way that he turns the flips, the passive, the flips, the positive on the enemy, I like it. I like it because I can just point it to someone, like, let's say, Sif. Change everything and then go straight for Loki or go straight for Hela. So I like his kit, I like his stats. I was not hoping for him to be legendary or something, or like the most broken character ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. It's better for me. It's better than Psylocke and Storm. So in my scale of X-Men, he's there between Wolverine and he's right next to Wolverine. So he's hand to hand to Wolverine.
Right. See, Beast is a character that I've loved. I don't know, just the contradiction of a character named Beast and then just being, I don't know, I love his literary quotes, let's be real. So I'm a huge fan of Beast as a character. I would say in the game, his kit, it's not really inspiring to me. I do think he is a slight improvement, but at the very most, other than in some specific situations, I do find it a very slight improvement. Now, in raids, I think it does open it up. But the one thing about his kit that I've noticed the most is when he came to the game, they reworked things to make Psylocke unessentials, which honestly makes me think maybe they have another plan for Psylocke in the future, because they
Yep.
took her name out of everyone else's kits. Now it's just you need a certain amount of X-Men, so Beast can take her spot. You said that you would replace Storm on Arena, so I think in Arena / War / Blitz, Storm and Psylocke are now going to get dropped. And in Raid, I still think it's Storm and Psylocke that get not Storm and Psylocke, obviously. Phoenix and Psylocke, because I think the goal is to make this into a team that can survive without having to sacrifice your Phoenix all the time.
Yep.
And I think Wolverine is going to add enough to the team, just the way that he functions at this point with the other characters, and the self-healing, it definitely picked him up a lot. So maybe that works. I think the issue is a lot of people are going to get him and add him to the team while he's not super built. Like, he's going to be smaller than their Psylocks, and the people are going to be like, wait a second, this is not working as well as it was with my Psylocke. Why would I even bother? Because again, his kit isn't so significantly better that I think it's going to be making up for the lack of power as well as some kits do. Because some kits, you throw them in, even if they're significantly weaker than the rest of the team, you can already see improvements. I don't think his kit is that good where you're going to see improvement even if he's weaker.
And you say something that gives me some thinking around here. And what if the way that they're going to fix Dark Hawk X-Force problem is not by giving new ways for you to farm X-23, Negasonic, but if they're adding, let's say, Psylocke, and let's say also Wolverine to the team, because they both been already X-Force teams, X-Force members.
That could happen.
So you got Wolverine, and he has a passive with X-23. So you have Wolverine, you have Deadpool, Cable, Psylocke. Then it always goes down to one less member. So
maybe
who knows? Maybe that's the puzzle piece that is missing.
Maybe it is. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I definitely don't know enough to share on that.
Damn it.
Anything else I have to mention on that is down in the rumors section, which is later on in this video. So stay tuned for rumors, guys, because there's a lot. There's a lot going on in this game right now. Yeah.
Well, picking up the last part of this Friday post, they say about Chaos Theory, Wakanda Nation, so that means double drops for Black Panther, Okoye, and for those who didn't get, and I'm putting myself included that, the last star for the Chaos Theory, well, now it's our chance to go and get it. And you know why I didn't take it?
Why is that?
Because I auto farm it 2 times.
Oh.
6. I said, okay, I'll do it. Okay, 5, 6, 6. I say, oh, shoes. Well, I have to wait 1 month now. Damn it. I really felt so stupid at that moment. Like, you know, where you're doing 2,000 things at the same time. So I'm doing the post, I'm playing here, playing on my blue stack, and then, wait, what just happened? Oh, damn.
It happens.
Okay. It happens. But your Chaos Theory, did you finish?
I've been ready for all of the tiers since it first came out. I've had 7-star tier 13 Wakandans for a long time, so yeah, I'm definitely good.
Yeah. And then we also have, because of Asteroid M, we have double blitz, double drop shards on Colossus, Mystique, Psylocke, and Storm. That will be good for my Colossus. I currently 83 fragments of 300, so maybe I will finally get him to the 7 stars. The rest, they are all 7 stars already, but it's good. It's good for new characters to build their X-Men team, their Brotherhood team, and also right now maybe their Marauders, because if you put Mystique also, she's both. So
Yep. 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 Double drops are good. I think. Do I? I'm pretty sure I have them all at 7 stars. I maybe not with Colossus. I know I at least have him close, so he's at the point where I'm not farming him anymore. So I think I have them all at 7. But I'm always a fan of double drops. Yeah, so that's a good thing.
and talking about drops, that comes us to the last part, the rumor drops, because this week, oh my God, it were raining
Yeah,
rumors, leaking all over the place.
absolutely.
So talk about all the names, and then we just talk about one by one,
Okay.
because
Well, do you want me to go over the list because I'm probably gonna miss something, but
yeah,
I'll give it a shot. We
okay,
got Electro.
yep,
We have Swarm.
yep,
We have Baron Zemo.
yep,
We have U.S. Agent. We have Eternals. We have Red Guardian, which we already knew about. We have
yep,
She-Hulk. We have Yellow Jacket, who's been in the files forever. We have Ghost. We have Ghost Spider / Spider-Gwen. Call it what you want.
mm-hmm.
Am I missing anyone?
Yes,
Who's that?
you're missing Bob Drake, aka Iceman,
Oh, Ice. Oh, right. We got Gambit.
Jubilee,
Yeah.
Rogue, and
Right,
Gambit.
all the X-Men.
So only this week we have, yeah, only this week we have 14 rumors characters that were leaked. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Electro.
All right. My comment on Electro is probably going to be very similar to my comment on Swarm. We've been complaining about having 5 Sinister Six characters for a long time. Like, give us 6. We want 6. So they come out and they're like, okay, here's 6, 7, 8. Here you go, guys. We did it. I don't understand why so soon after giving us a complete Sinister Six team, they decide to give it 8 Sinister Six characters.
Yeah.
Because if the rumor's correct, it's like next month. So the month starting in 5 days, 6 days, we're gonna start getting a bunch of Sinister Six characters.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have the Sinister 8. So I'm hoping they maybe rework some of the characters so that they go on other teams. I don't know. All I know is it's a lot of Sinister Six characters coming. I'm okay with Electro coming. Like, cool character. A lot of people like him. A lot of people thought he should have come instead of Shocker. I was one of the very few people that was in Camp Shocker, but that's for really dumb reasons that I was in Camp Shocker. So a lot of people wanted him to come. He's coming. Cool. Just, I don't understand why they decide to release 8 Sinister Six characters. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I have a different intake on those two particulars. Electro, love it.
Right.
Uh, huge fan of the comic villain. Huge disappointment on the movie villain.
Oh, Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yes, Jamie Foxx.
Great actor, horrible movie. Yep.
Lousy movie.
Yep.
But the character itself, really amazing. Really amazing. We'll get some cool mechanics.
Yeah.
But Swarm. Come on, guys. Swarm. Really. You could go with Craven. You can go with Lizard. You can go with Hobgoblin. You can go with Jackal, Sandman, Hydro Man. And I can keep going here if you want to.
I think
But
we got
Swarm,
that.
really, Swarm, the big guy.
Hey, B's hurt. Honestly.
You know who will kill them? Any Spider-Man, Spider-Web, boom, fix it. All this, the bees are contained in the same place. Lousy villain. But again, and we know that Swarm is coming because in Squirrel Girl last mission,
Yep.
she's she tells like, oh no, because I fought a lot of Dr. Dooms, we fought a lot of Ultimates and Swarms, Electros and Swarms.
And Silver
So, God damn
Surfers.
it.
Silver Surfer was
Oh
mentioned.
yes, and Silver
Add him to
Surfers.
the list.
But Silver Surfer for me is Dark Dimension
Oh,
6.
there we go.
I'm
Hearing it first.
I'm putting this
There's
already.
the DD6 character we're
Yeah,
talking
I'm
about.
putting yeah, talking already like 1 year and a half before it happens. Silver Surfer, Dark Dimension 6. Uh, but Swarm, come on. That the only disappointment that I get from the rumors. Then we go to US Agent,
Right.
Zemo, and She-Hulk.
Right.
This is more related to the Marvel Cinematic new deal with Disney
Yeah,
Plus. Disney
it's
Plus.
MCU, Disney Plus MCU. Um,
Yeah,
it's mostly Falcon and the Winter Soldier stuff. She-Hulk is
exactly.
supposed to be getting her own show, so that's coming with that.
Yes,
Which does remind me.
and
Does remind me
she will
the
appear.
one defense I have for Swarm, other than the fact I liked the cartoon episode when I was a kid. Every 4-year-old likes pretty much every Spider-Man cartoon episode. Doesn't count. The one defense, a lot of the characters you mentioned are possible characters in future Spider-Man movies, and they may know that, and they may not have been able to use some of those characters, or may have been waiting for that.
Okay.
So I'll give you that defense. But
Okay.
yeah, tying back into that, Disney Plus characters coming for the Disney Plus shows, awesome. Super excited.
U.S. Agent, She-Hulk. She will do a quick appearance on WandaVision, from what I heard.
Yes. I've heard that
So
too. And then I think she gets her own
maybe.
show. I've lost track.
But for me, that's awesome.
Yep.
Not because of She-Hulk. She-Hulk is amazing, but because of a possible rework for Hulk. It
Okay.
doesn't make any sense if you put She-Hulk and you don't put Hulk together.
Fair enough.
So he will have a rework. U.S. Agent, that's good because that means that Bucky is also getting a rework,
Yes.
and possibly Falcon. But Falcon, for me, it's a really good character right
Yeah.
now. He doesn't need to improve a lot.
Right.
Um, Maybe the inverse part of what the Emma Salter do, because right now he only does one extra attack if the character is buffed. But if it is one attack per buff, then it will be better.
Yep.
But Bucky need a rework completely.
Yep.
So I hope that happens.
See, I'm torn
But
on that. I'm
US Agent, I don't know, man. It's a lousy version of Captain America.
Well, that's the entire point of the character, especially in the show. See, U.S. Agent Cumming makes sense because he is supposed to be one of the 3 main characters of the show, and Baron Zemo is supposed to be the
Yep.
main villain, so it makes sense. And I understand it, and I'm excited because I love me Captain America and all the characters related to him. I love Bucky a ton, and I have a Bucky that's been too big for a very long time, and I would love to make him have a reason to actually continue to invest in him, but they haven't given me one. So I'm excited about all that. It does also give me the one bit of regret and sadness. If they go this route, then the route that I've been pulling for is likely not going to happen. I've been pulling for a Howling Commandos team with Captain America, Bucky, and Peggy Carter, and like Dum Dum Dugan, and whoever the heck else you want to add as that 5th. I've been pulling for that pretty hard. And if they go this route, I don't know if I'm ever going to... Well, maybe eventually, but not anytime soon. And I would love to get Peggy in this game, and I guess we'll see.
I was hoping for Invaders.
Fair enough.
Some kind of conception, at least, of Invaders, like passive bonus. I don't need them to rework everything, but just a passive bonus. If Namor and Captain America and Bucky are on the same team, then you get this bonus, blah, blah, blah. But then you can also put the original Human Torch, the Android version.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows?
Yes, we'll see.
But it will be exactly the same thing as Johnny Storm, but only on the red spandex. So
Perfect.
Doesn't
We
matter.
need more spandex.
Yeah. And what else was that? Oh, and Zemo.
Makes sense.
Zemo for me was the best revelation because that opens a spot for Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Uh, but someone is talking about maybe it's not uh, Baron Zemo, but the other, the big one. I made a video about him once, I think. The one with the gauntlet of destruction. Who knows? Then we have.
Who do we have next?
We have the X-Men's
All right,
already,
we'll go
but
with X-Men.
I'm saving I'm saving the X-Men's for
Okay, we're saving them
the
for
last one.
last. Well, we got Red Guardian. Um,
Red
we
Guardian,
already know he's
Yellow
coming to the
Jacket,
game. He
Ghost.
just looks like Cerebro. Um, yeah, obviously
Yep.
he's probably coming to the game with Black Widow movie, so that's exciting because the movie's coming out and
Yeah.
I want to watch it. So that's good. We got Ghost. Ghost is a character people have been looking for a long time since Ant-Man and the Wasp came out because like every other Marvel game got Ghost and we didn't. That's exciting. I know
Yep.
some people mentioned possibility of a Quantum team. Maybe that happens. They get a rework for Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm down.
Yep. Yeah. This will happen. This will happen. Quantum Team coming up. Yellow Jacket, Ghost. Rework on Ant-Man. Rework on Wasp. But the 5 character for me. Some people are saying Goliath.
Right.
Goliath. I don't like Goliath. I prefer. Uh, I forgot her name. The Ant-Man kid.
Oh, Stature.
Stature,
Yeah,
exactly. I prefer
I
Stature
agree.
because Stature can also go to the Young Avengers, and
Perfect.
that will fix in both teams.
Yeah,
She will fix on the Quantum team at the same time on the Young Avengers. So I'm down with that. And one thing that I was there is a survey that came out because of the buyout, and that's okay. One thing that you guys should do if you do a Quentin team, please give Scott the passive that he got 1/4 or 1/5 of a chance to bring an Avenger back to life. Exactly like since the Saint Supremes does, but only with the Avengers.
okay.
When you use Scott Lang with the Avengers, you got 1/4 of a chance that Avenger come back because of the Quantum Leap and everything. Quantum Heist.
I like it.
That would be freaking
I
amazing.
like it. I'm in. I'm in. Just getting the
But
list of
that would not
characters here
happen.
so I don't forget them because it's a long list.
Okay.
Yeah, got it there.
Ghost, yes, I like it. Jacket, like it. The whole Quantum team,
Sure.
I'm pretty down to them. It's gonna be evade like forever. Every time they're gonna be really small and go back. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Great animations.
Then we got Ghost. Oh, Red Guardian. Red Guardian, yes. Black Widow movie, huge, a great character. I prefer the comic version than the movie one. Uh, I didn't see the movie yet, but the character itself,
Right.
uh, I don't know. I got some mixed feelings about Red Guardian. I don't know if how how huge he's gonna be. But again, if that means a Black Widow rework, and also who else was there in Budapest also?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. So his
Maybe.
his rework is also coming.
So many things possibly coming to this game. It's kind of crazy. Hard to keep track.
Yeah. And finally, the final 4.
Well, there's two more that we haven't mentioned on that list, and then the
Oh,
X-Men. Good thing I pulled out the list here.
who?
We've got Spider-Gwen / Ghost Spider, same character. Up to you what you want to call her. We talked about her last week.
Yeah.
She's still rumored to come to the game.
Ah,
Super excited.
yeah, and Scream.
Yeah, there we go. That's the big one. Scream.
Uh, s- okay. I I will I will maintain my statement. I don't want a new symbiote. I don't want it. I they are going to be really OP. They're going to be the broken team
Yep,
forever with a new
absolutely,
character.
absolutely.
So no,
That's why
please
I want
do not
this.
put Scream on the game.
I want this
Don't
because I love my
don't put
symbiotes.
Scream on the game.
Please do. Yes.
But okay, Spider-Gwen again. We said it last week. Huge fan of the character. She's a rocker. She's a drummer. She's gonna kick ass.
Yep.
She's gonna be the taunter of the team. Uh, but if someone from Scopely is watching your video because they're not on my channel yet, don't know why. Uh, Spider Noir, Spider Noir.
Yeah.
Go with Spider Noir, but only after the auto fix because I want Nicolas Cage dubbing this character. That's the mainly reason about Spider Noir. Besides that, okay, yeah, let's go with Scream. Whatever. I'm more hope for Spider-Gwen than.
I'm super excited about both of
else.
those characters. You may not be happy about seeing more symbiotes. I say bring them all. Get all the symbiotes in here. Cause too much chaos. It'll be fun.
No.
I won't even have to give advice anymore. Just say symbiotes should do it. It's great. Make it easier for me.
Yeah.
All right. You want to get into the final four?
Yes, please. Let's move
I'll
on
save
from
you.
Scream because I'm seeing myself like already playing Blitz and everything with symbiotes.
I'm in. I'm so for it. But I will say
And
this.
then we got the X-Men. Because if you say something, if you said something about Sinister 6, that now we got the Sinister 8 eventually. But X-Men, we will have a second team, a full team.
Yep.
Bec-
We're gonna have so many X-Men. I've lost track.
Oh no, we're gonna have 11 X-Men. Because right now I have 7 already.
Yeah. That sounds right.
With Beast we have 7.
Right. That's not even.
So we have 11.
That's not even including some obvious ones that aren't in the game or in the rumor list that are. Can
Yeah.
you see them really going the entirety of this game and not bringing Professor X?
Yes, I can.
I can't.
Yes, I can.
He's coming to this
No,
game
no,
at
no.
some
Don't,
point.
don't.
There's no way he doesn't.
No.
No way he doesn't.
If you bring Professor X, I want to see Onslaught. I want to see Onslaught or the new version of Professor X. Okay, but Professor X on the wheelchair,
Yeah.
don't.
Why not? He can stun the entire other team. The rest of it can just be buffs. He doesn't have to deal damage. Why do we think a character has to deal damage? Because he'll be great.
No, he doesn't. It's just that. I don't know. I see more. He's more like a mentor figure, not like the guy in the battlefield.
But he's always been there. He's always been there. In the comics, he's always in the situations. Maybe, well, not always, but he's been in there many, many times, and he has to intervene quite a bit. He could easily be
Okay,
a buffer.
astrophysics. Okay,
But
astroform. Okay, astroform. I will let this. Soak it in. I will soak this in. Okay, astroform. He can stop everybody, freeze, stun for 2 rounds. He can make the same thing that Emma does and Loki does.
yeah, he's got something
Bring Professor
to do.
X. Better Professor X than Swarm or Scream.
I just don't think they could possibly go forever. Also, how have I not mentioned that? Quicksilver. There's so many like big X-Men that aren't even rumored. Like, we're gonna have so many in this game.
Yeah.
But we should probably talk about the ones that are actually
Yeah.
rumored to come. My bad, I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
I do have a bit of
But
information
if
about
you
one.
think,
I'll save
if
for
you
the
think
end.
of, okay, go. Oh, so what was the last part that you hear?
I think the last thing I said is I do have a bit of plausible information about one of the characters, not like going forward, but past knowledge / rumor I had heard about one of these 4 characters, but I'll save that for the end, so stay tuned if you want that. But which of these X-Men do you want to talk about first?
Okay, I was talking about. I want Bobby Drake.
Right.
I want them all.
Of course.
I can see Bobby Drake. I can see Bobby Drake chilling everybody, summoning the ice golems. Perfect.
Right.
I can see all the cards doing uh, Baton Fist, like ultimate cards everywhere, exploding everything. Perfect. Rogue, for me, her mechanic is gonna be one of the best
Yeah.
ones. So you can steal power for the art from someone else. That would be amazing. I'm just a little concerned about Jubilee because for me she's gonna be more kind of like Miss Marvel, giving more assists to everybody
Okay.
than doing huge amounts of damage or doing a lot of things. Uh, unless we got the vampire version of Jubilee, not the fireworks version, the vampire version. Then that would be cool. Around, let's say, Halloween with Blade, that would be amazing. Uh, but a lot of guys, a lot of guys here are asking to make Iceman a legendary.
No.
I don't like that idea.
No.
I don't like that idea at all.
No.
At all.
Don't
At all.
do
I'm
it.
sorry for you guys that are fun, that you're a fan of Iceman, but
He's no. Don't no no. We don't need every good mutant to come to the game to be a legendary.
exactly.
Too many already. Oh.
But your intakes and
All right.
your breaking news.
Well, okay. So I'll start with. I'll end off with Rogue and Gambit. They seemed like they should go together, so I'll go with them together. First off, Jubilee.
Yeah.
I liked your idea of Miss Marvel, kind of for the X-Men type thing. To me, that made a fair amount of sense. But I kind of got a blend of Miss Marvel and a controller type version of Squirrel Girl almost. Like controller brawler ish assisting thing. Like a really weird hybrid type. I think it could make a pretty interesting character. It's one a lot of people have been wanting. Again, I'm going to say it's pretty much just because of the theme song of X-Men the Animated Series, and that's a completely good reason to want a character. To be honest, it's a great theme song. But yeah, Jubilee, sure, bring her to the game. Not the one I'm the most excited for, but I'm fine with that. Iceman, obviously, he should be in the game at some point. Again, I think there's some ones that are a little higher on the list than both Jubilee and Iceman to me coming. But I'm not upset about them coming. Good characters. I'm glad to see them here. Rogue was one that I talked about coming since before we had a full X-Men team, and I was like, I would love to see it. It's just the kit will be so hard on the coding. How are they going to make it happen?
Yeah.
Then I started getting some faith around the time of Mr. Sinister. I'm like, okay, they can do this. This is probably not how it's going to be. But I can see it going to the point where Rogue, like, changes kit depending on the last person she attacks/attacks her.
Yeah.
Like her ultimate, perhaps.
Or maybe her
consistently
passive.
changes.
Maybe the passive.
Like, almost like how a Mr. Sinister clone gets the abilities from the other team. But perhaps her passive will be... like her ultimate is the ultimate of whoever most recently made contact with her in a weird way, like, and it changes Rogue at the core. I don't know how it's going to work, but whatever they do coding wise, it's going to be cool, guys. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
So the one I'm saving for last is Gambit. Gambit, obviously, okay, Gambit and I have a love-hate relationship. X-Men the Animated Series made me love Gambit. I love Gambit. I'll be more accurate. I do love Gambit.
The Wolverine movie made you hate it.
Yeah. Just the one thing, Gambit's awesome. He's cool. Personality off the charts. I always struggled, like, how many different animations can they really do, and different planning can they really do to make Gambit work in this type of game? It's not that I didn't like the character. I didn't think he was the first person to come to mind, like he needs to be here for this type format. But obviously he's coming, and he's a great character, and I'm excited for that. But here's the stuff. This it falls under a leak, but it's almost a year-old leak, which quite clearly didn't happen. They changed their mind or something, or the leak was not from a good source. It was a secondhand leak. It was leaked to someone, and they leaked it to me. And what I had heard, this is going back before Black Bolt. About a month, 2 months before Black Bolt was announced, I was told Gambit is being made. He is going to be a legendary character. He's going to be the 5th Marauder, and he's going to be the next legendary character. I was told all of that a long time ago. So the one part that I can say is probably true because it's still rumored. They probably were working on him. Maybe they were considering him as a legendary and maybe a 5th Marauder, but they obviously didn't go that route back then. I'm like, okay, so after Black Bolt, it's probably going to be him. When they went Ebony Maw, I'm like, okay, it's highly unlikely. Now they announced Doc Ock. I highly doubt that leak is true, but it is something I heard, so I figured you guys would be interested in it, and maybe they do put him as a Marauder, and he is the 5th Marauder, and he is a legendary, and I just spoiled something with really outdated information. Who knows?
Oh, maybe it's not the 5th one, it's the 6th one, right? Because now we have
Emma Frost is
5 Marauders, right?
We have 4 Marauders and a villain mutant character that works with the Marauders.
Okay, yeah.
Because Emma Frost is not listed as a Marauder.
She's not a Marauder. Okay, yeah, she's not listed as a Marauder. You're right. I would love the idea of making him both at the same time an X-Men and a Marauder, because that's the way that he entered in the comics. Yeah. After all the thing with Angel and the Morlocks and all that thing. So that would be really, really cool for the comic book fans. Yeah. Sure, make him a legendary. Him, not Iceman. And yes, I would love to see him doing like all his crazy stunts and playing everything. The only thing that I would disagree with you is the ultimate power of Mystique, of Rogue. I think it would be better if it is the passive. Everyone that attacks her or she attacks, she sucks it in, life and the passive.
Okay.
That will make her like incredible hard, depending of who attacks her. Okay. But there is one character that I really love that will benefit from this mechanic on the long way. It's Mimic.
Right.
Also a Brotherhood. Also for a short period a Marauder, and he got like a minor version of Rogue's power, because he can collect 5 different powers from enemies. He can only sustain 5 different mutant powers at the same time. So I would love to see him. Like everybody that's around him, he gain some kind of passive bonus or whatever. But even with Mimic or Rogue, one thing that I want to see, and that's going to be really Cody hard, is that the character changes itself.
I can agree to that.
So, like she does in the comics. So, her with the Wolverine claws, her with the Colossus skin, that would be cool. Imagine that she succeeding the power from Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
And she becomes totally purple. Or she goes for Squirrel, and then boom, some
Scroll-like
ears and a tail of spring. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
That would gonna be like the nightmare for the artists.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely would be a nightmare.
They are getting paid for that. So
I don't know, because that's gonna be like what, 150 character models, and then every time they release a new character, it's another character model. Well, that would be. I don't know. And then it's
That's
all
up
the
to them. That's
animations.
up to.
That's like
Yeah.
so much. I'm pretty sure that you might see some of the animators and the graphic designers and the designers at your house tomorrow with pitchforks for that
Oh
suggestion.
yeah, I know. No. Probably they're going to say, "Oh, take this guy out of the Envoy program now," like something like that, or
Well,
they're
I think it's
gonna
past
make a
envoy program.
model.
This might be past life. Like you may have just ruined their lives.
Yeah. Or maybe they're gonna make like an awful character, like a really shitty one, like a civil, just a guy that you had to hit that kinds of resemble of my face
Sugar
for
Bear.
some reason.
You'll be the new Peter in the game. You'll be Sugar Bear.
Yeah, thanks. That would be awesome. But I think we covered everything.
And more.
We did 2 blog posts plus rumors under 1 hour and a half. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
This was a hefty one. I'm thinking next week's will be shorter, but who knows? Fox X might just
Yeah.
be like, oh, we're also releasing 17 more legendaries next week. Have fun.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, we're gonna also release Wednesday a post about just for ISO 8, and Thursday we're gonna say about blitzes, a long post just about blitzes. So Thiago and Paulo, go ahead and have fun on the weekend. So, yay!
Oh yeah, they're probably just gonna like start making their blog posts like have so much random information that just causes chaos.
Yeah,
Like they're gonna be like, Hawkeye gets 1% extra piercing damage on his basic, just so that we have to talk about it. Yep, that's what's gonna happen.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we've definitely covered
Let's see it.
a
Let's see it.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna post this video today, and sorry about you guys. They are waiting for the subtitles. Uh, the subtitles take a long time to do it, but eventually it will be there. But I don't want to make the same mistake that I did last week, that the second part of the post is not released yet.
Oh.
So there's a gap of information between the first video and the second one. So
All right.
this is not going to happen this time. I'm going to release it on the full version. 1 hour and a half of video for you guys to watch on the weekend.
All right. Well, I'll be editing this as fast as I can with because there's a few parts to be editing. This will come out as soon as technology allows me to get it out, guys.
Well, thanks again, Paulo. This is really, really fun.
Yeah.
I really like to talk to you about this. We got like a mixed up of feelings about characters and ideas, and that's great for the community.
Definitely is.
Well, if you guys are subscribed in my channel, but not in Paulo, stop this video right now, pause it, go to Paulo 13. His link is going to be right here. Go there, subscribe to his channel, see this awesome content that he has. And if you are in Paulo's channel and not mine,
do the same.
well, I talk in Portuguese. I'm talking Portuguese. Yes, I know. But just subscribe there, man.
It's a button click, guys. One button. Well, a few buttons to get there, and then one button. And then you just come on back and hear the English.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
I think.
see you guys next week.
See you guys next week. All right. Bye, guys.